What? We back. Oh, we back. Oh, yeah, we back. Guess what? We back. Ladies and gentlemen, I am back. You know what I mean? Back home from Cali. Had the nice little Cali trip. Went out there, shot the Dream Chaser video with Dax. Talked to a few other people while I was out there. Cali looking lovely, man. Cali looking like in a few months it's going to be ready for S&J. I'm just saying. The way things is moving, I'm just saying. Got a lot of big things we working on. Today will be the third and final day of shooting for Dream Chaser. Yes, 3 days. It was a 3-day shoot. My longest shoot yet, but it's worth it. So while I was in the West, I apologize. I was in the West, throw the dubs up. While I was in the West Coast getting my, rapper on, you know what I'm saying? While I was in there getting my connection network game right, Joe Budden dropped the episode of the Joe Budden podcast. Oh yeah, make sure y'all keep streaming Dream Chaser. It's at 8,000 streams right now. That's so crazy. And that's only on Spotify. On iTunes, it's almost to 2,000. So that's 10,000. That's almost 10,000 streams right there. And that's just off 2 platforms. So keep streaming it. Keep listening to it. Wait for the video because it's going to be crazy. Keep downloading it. And sending me, after you buy the 99-cent single, send me the proof of purchase and I'll send you the new song, Thank You, you know what I mean? And if I haven't sent you that and you already purchased it, email me the screenshot, SCRUFACEJEAN. Okay, SCRUFACEJEAN. I kind of mumbled that at the end. Okay. So, I really liked that episode of the Joe Budden podcast. I liked how Rory and Mal, I like the energy they were bringing for Joe. I think the narrative, I said this before, where Joe tries to pretend like if you pay attention to Joe, and if you're somebody who's ever knows how to debate, ever seen a real debate, or is an intellectual person at any level, you will know Joe Budden does not know what he's talking about most of the time. And I know that sounds like some hate shit, but okay, I won't say that. I'll say that Joe Budden is not as good communicator, debater, or person who puts his words together as good as he thinks he does. In fact, he's one of the worst. And I've always thought it's confusing too, because some of the way that he talks to Rory and Mal, I'll never understand why they allow him to talk to them that way. Because he'll say things that he is being such a hypocrite about that it's not even funny. It's literally like, all right, Joe. Like, at this point, you're just so unaware of yourself that you're the only person who doesn't see how crazy you are. All right. And another thing, too, I think Rory and Mal tired of Joe calling them puss. He said, you niggas so puss. And I think, like, Joe will be the same person who will sit there and be like, back in my day, if you said S my D, this is what, if you pay attention to most things Joe says, if you watch an entire podcast, you will be able to debunk one of Joe's points by the end of the podcast with something he said. He will debunk his own theories if you let him talk enough. That's what Joe does. So Joe will be like, man, these kids nowadays, I guess it's a different time. I don't understand why they say S my D. It's like, okay, well, so you be calling your man's pussy all the time. Like, all the time. Like, there'll be times where he'll be like, y'all niggas so pussy. And I'll be like, ugh. Like, damn, that was kind of rude. Like, that was kind of mad disrespectful on some man Like, one of these days, like, I don't know, I couldn't be your friend like that. Like, you couldn't sit there calling me pussy in multiple episodes. Like, we would have been fought. We would have been fought on air. Whatever. I don't care. Y'all can cut it out or whatever. You're not going to just keep calling me that. So, especially for when they aren't being pussed and Joe is being the biggest Joe is probably the biggest puss in the room. I like how Mal especially came at him. He said, bro, you keep talking about this. I'm better than anybody. Joe will literally say, one of you rappers, and this is what Joe has always done, and I don't think Joe realizes that everybody sees this but him. Joe, you're an excuse maker. You are an excuse maker. You have to be scared of rapping. It's like that thing where that dude was like, ooh, you hit me one more time, and I'm gonna show you I'm the best fighter around. All right, that was on the cheek. You hit me one more time on my right cheek. All right, no, that was my right. Hit me on the forehead. See what happens. That's what he's like, bro. At this time, your card has been pulled, and I like how Rory said, yeah, Emma's been saying your name numerous times, and you've been straight puss the entire. And I know, like, Joe tries to convince people what he's doing, like the more mature. It's like, no. We know who you are. We know what energy you come at, and we know how you come at other rappers for doing exactly what you're doing. You're puss. Simple as that. Simple as that. And your friends starting to see it. I used to be like, man, if y'all really his friends, y'all should really talk to him about backing up what he says. Because Joe sits there and talks about Cyhi, like, Cyhi say my... The thing that threw me off is Joe is the king of, and now more than ever, I see that Joe is the king of Joe Duckin. You have become, I don't know what it is, and I'm starting to think that you're not confident in your rapping abilities anymore. Because I was listening to the podcast like, bro, like, what narrative do you think you're giving off? Like, what do you think, like, anybody thinks that you're not just scary? I hope that's not what you think. I hope you don't think that you publicly ducking all these people and the public's going to be like, oh, no, it makes sense. No, we just think you scary. Like, I hope you don't think, we think you scary. I think if you took a poll and asked, is Joe Budden somebody who ducks smoke? I think most people would say yes, you're fans. I couldn't see a Joe Budden fan who's a fan of lyrics, who's a fan of the way you went at Saigon, who's a fan of Joe Budden. I can't see them being happy at the way you are. I would see Joe Budden fans being the most. So, Maul goes, you keep saying rappers say your name, and they say your name, and then you always come with a different... Joe be coming with excuse... I was like, first you said, any of these rappers say my name. I really wish people would put together compilations of his podcast and see how just literally no stream of he doesn't have a stream of conscience. He can say something and 5 minutes contradict that thing to a point where he doesn't even remember he said that original thing. I've literally seen times where he's argued with Rory. Was it Rory? Rory? And he's had 2 arguments and been on the opposite side of the like, he'll be on one, he'll be like, man, I hate dogs. And he'll be screaming at Rory. His neck will be bulging with veins. His face will be turning red, looking like an idiot. And then the next day, they'll be arguing, man, I like dogs. I don't know if I said cats first. And it looks like, bro, you just said, like, no, I didn't. And it's like, Joe, come on, my G. Pay attention to yourself. Like, it's starting to get annoying because, like, damn, you really don't pay attention. So, he keeps adding stipulations. Remember when M dissed him and said, oh, well, if someone says my name, M said his name. Oh, okay, well, the diss ain't good enough. Let him say my name again. He says his name again. And he goes, oh, well, I need a whole diss track. And it's like, all right. You literally are the biggest puss when it comes to rap. I've never, ever, ever in life seen somebody more scared. And you know what I think it is? I think the Hollow battle and the Drake beef scarred you more than you're letting people know. I see all through your little veil that you have made, Joe, and it's not a good veil. And I'm not just saying this because I'm a rapper. I'm saying this because I know people. Like, come on, bro. You're clearly scared of something. There's clearly some sort of, your confidence has waned in yourself, because the thing that killed me the most is how Joe was like, Cyhi said my name and didn't even diss you. He literally did on a freestyle. You've made stipulations. People meet those stipulations and you still won't come out to play. Like I said, it don't matter what you think you're saying, Joe. It don't matter what you think people think. It don't matter what you think. It really don't, right? And I know you're going to be like, well, at the end of the day, it only matters what I think because in therapy they tell you, shut up, bro. You be the most, you and Charlemagne, I'd be so annoyed. And I understand pushing the mental health thing. My mom, that's her field of work. I get it. Do that. But since it's my mom's field of work and I kind of understand a little bit, y'all be exploiting it a little bit more than y'all maybe even you realize you're doing. Maybe even more than you realize you're doing. Just saying, right? At this point, I don't want anybody, all of that, oh, I was a lyrical rapper, I used to hop in the ring, that don't count, old man. I'm sorry, I'm not one of those dudes who be like, age-cist. But like, I be getting so annoyed sometimes when y'all be always bringing up the, well, back in my day, your day isn't, you know how, this is how stupid people talking about how back in their day, things were different, so therefore things should be the same as they were back then. You know how stupid that is? That's just as irrelevant as talking about a day that hasn't happened yet. Talking about the back in your day was a certain way, so it should be this way, is just as stupid, and I want people to understand this, as saying in the future, it's this. That's like saying, like, I took a glimpse into the future and be like, shit, in the year 3000, sneezing is offensive, and you can go to jail for it. And it's like, yeah, but it's 2019. I don't care. So anyway, that's what I'm saying. Joe, you're scary. You're scary. I love your podcast. I'll keep watching it, but you're scary. And nothing will change people's, you're scary. I just want you to know, we know. You're just ducking whoever comes. You will not go at anybody. In fact, I think you only went at Drake because you knew he wouldn't respond to you. I really think you're scared. And I think you've been scared for a long time. Y'all put in the comment section, do you think Joe's going to actually come at Cyhi? Huh? First am now Cyhi. The Joe Duckin story. We out of here. Keep streaming Dream Chaser. Going live tomorrow. We back, baby. I got some more major things coming. We out.